So today we are going to learn a very simple and interesting experiment in psychology, which is based on bilateral learning. Any idea as to what is bilateral learning? Any guesses? No? Okay, bi means what? And learning? Learning is a permanent change in behavior. So bilateral learning means, now this is our body. Our bodies are symmetrical, right? So from one side or one part of the body, there is transference of learning from that part to the opposite side. That is bilateral learning. You are right-handed? Yes. Okay. So what are the activities we do with our right hand? Writing, eating, picking, dropping. Okay, so if let's say a ball comes at you, which hand will be more prominent in holding that ball or stopping that ball? Right hand. What are the things to do with your left hand? Nothing. You do nothing with your left hand. The left hand is more like changing gears while driving. Okay. The left hand is a support to the right hand, and it aids in whatever that the right hand is doing, right? Okay. But then, do you think that in the absence of the right hand, the left hand will not be able to do anything? Okay. Have you ever come across a person who has had like a fracture, let's say, or some injury in the right side? What happens then? They start using the left side of the body or the left hand, okay? Though the left hand is their non-preferred hand, gradually over time or because of mere necessity, they will start practicing the same activities with their left hand, right or wrong? Right? Okay. So this experiment, that is the mirror drawing experiment, is an experiment that is based on bilateral learning. Now the hypothesis reads as learning, come on, say that. Learning of mirror drawing by right hand. Okay. So basically what we will check is the practice effect. If practicing with the right hand will aid in learning in the left hand. Okay. So what we will do is, see this. This is a star or a star design. Okay. So we will be doing 5 trials each, but just for the sake of demonstration, we will be using only 2. One for left hand, one for right hand. Now, there is also proper apparatus for the mirror drawing experiment. But I will show you how to make the apparatus by yourself, like a DIY version. Okay. So you see this is a box, okay, which I have purposely opened. It was a long box. So what we are going to do is we will cut the sides.
This is how we made a DIY mirror drawing apparatus in class.
So as you can see, we took a box, we cut the sides, and there are 2 openings to the box. One is this side and one is this side. Okay. So there is a mirror kept right across the box, and your subject has to be sitting here. The subject should not be able to see the star design directly, but the subject has to trace the star design. Subject traces it by looking at the reflection from here. So they are tracing the star. They will try this with both their hands, but they will see here in the mirror and they will trace it and not directly look at it and trace it. Fine. So we will do 5 trials on in the left hand side and 5 trials by the right hand side. We will start the first trial with the non-preferred hand, that is the left hand. Okay. So we will do 1 trial in the left hand, 1 trial in the right hand, and so on. Okay. Alright. Do you follow? Now what we will check is that for every trial you will mention on top there left hand or right hand, and for every trial we will keep time. So each trial is to be timed as to how much time the subject takes. That is one thing. The second is that we will see how many errors in every trial. Okay. So what is an error? Every time the subject touches the line or crosses it and goes in or out and doesn't stay within that frame, it is an error. Okay. Now if I ask you, should the errors increase or decrease? Errors should decrease. So what does it indicate if the errors decrease? If errors decrease, it means a hypothesis is proved. Okay, that practice actually enhances. Practice on the right hand side enhances the left hand side. What if errors increase? Hypothesis is rejected or disapproved. What could be one probable reason for that? One common reason for it could be fatigue effect, that the subject is getting tired. Okay, if you experience fatigue effect in your subject while the subject is doing it, you can give your subject a 30-second break and resume. Okay, but I would tell you, you instruct the subject to do better at every trial, encourage them to do better at every trial. Okay, now I have already placed 2-star design sheets here for our volunteer here, that is Meher, who is going to do the needful. So I will show you how to actually go about it. Okay. So before you actually begin, you welcome the subject and make the subject sit comfortably. That is step 1. What is step 2? Step 2 is to establish rapport with the subject. So what will you do to establish rapport? You ask her how she's doing, if she's fine, if she had breakfast, if it is morning now. Okay, and if you ask her if she's prepared to actually start. Can you start now? Yes? Okay. Then you give a little bit of debrief or instructions regarding the actual experiment or what she actually has to do. So that will come in your procedure and instructions. So Meher, this is a very simple experiment. As you can see, there is a box and there is a mirror kept right across. Can you see the star design reflection or this design in the mirror? Can you see it? Yes? Okay. So there are 10 trials, 5 trials in your left hand and 5 trials in your right hand. Which is your preferred hand? Right. So your first trial will be in your left hand. So what you have to do is, you take this pencil and then you see in the mirror and you are going to trace the star using your left hand, only your left hand, the first time. Fine? Then the second time you will use your right hand. You will take do that on a fresh sheet. Okay? Like that. So you will switch. Yeah? Tell me when you are about to start so that I can time you. Ready? Start.
The student, as instructed, used her non-preferred hand, that is the left hand, for the first trial and did it without lifting the pencil off the surface of the paper. She then did the same thing for the first trial in the right hand.
Thank you, Meher. Okay, so this is what her trial 1 was in left hand. Okay, which was 34 seconds, and this is trial 1 of right hand, 33 seconds. Only 1 second difference since it is first trial. Okay? Are you nervous? So if you see look wise also, there is not much of a difference in her performance. Can you significantly tell which one is better? No, they're almost the same. Even time wise it's almost the same. But then as you progress with the trials, you should be able to tell, or we should be able to gauge as to where she is getting better, whether the left hand is actually getting better with the right hand. Okay? Since you will be doing this on younger people, as in school students, we will stick to the trials in a simple manner. In other words, we will do only clockwise sketching or clockwise tracing. Otherwise, we sometimes do left hand anti-clockwise and right hand clockwise. You will do both hands clockwise. But you will start with which hand I said? Left hand. So left and left and right. Also, this is trial 1. So it's not 1 and 2, okay? This combined is trial 1. Then trial 2 and trial 3 and so on. Fine? Thank you. Let me go back. Now, analysis. What will you do for resultant discussion? This is, one is that you are learning bilateral learning. Second is you are talking about time as well as performance. Okay, so we are calculating time taken and we are also calculating errors committed. Fine. So in your R&D, that is resultant discussion, there is one very prominent table that you have to do. Okay, it will be left hand trial, right hand trial, right? Here will be time taken and here will be number of errors. Same will be here and here. Fine. In the last column here, you can write inference. As in what you conclude by comparing both. You will write this only in one sentence. Don't make it too elaborate. You can write elaborately in your actual paragraph of your resultant discussion. Okay? So here it is, time taken for left hand, trial 1, number of errors for trial 1. Up till trial 5. Same here. And here is one sentence. So you can write, let's say, performance was better at left hand or performance was better at right hand. Something like that. Very simple. One line inference you can write. Understand? So repetitive movements of one limb can enhance and affect learning of the other limb. That is bilateral learning. One best example that I can give while concluding this experiment is that of a good footballer. Okay, if you notice, world famed footballers, they have very good skills with their preferred foot or preferred leg, but after some time they can almost kind of perform the same skill with the other non-preferred foot also. Fine? Is that clear?